You know those moments where you open your Airbnb app and think, all right, what fresh chaos am I about to walk into today? The calendar looks like Swiss cheese. The payouts look smaller than last month. The last guest asked for early check-in, late checkout, and then left you a 4-star review because the couch cushions were too firm. That whole vibe. One of my clients, let's call him Mark, was living in that every single week in his South Scottsdale rental. And the part that kills me is he wasn't doing anything wrong. His place was cute, it photographed well, he had great reviews, he had a good cleaner, he answered messages fast, he played the Airbnb game exactly the way that you're supposed to. But the game has changed, and he didn't realize it until it punched him straight in the bank account. His story is the reason I'm making this video, because if you own an Airbnb in Phoenix, even a great one, there's a high chance you're feeling the same pressure. And you might be wondering, is it still worth it? Or do I need to sell? Or do I just have to struggle through this because everyone else seems to be doing fine? So let me tell you exactly what happened with Mark, because it's a perfect snapshot of what thousands of investors in Phoenix are dealing with right now, and how a midterm rental strategy completely flipped the script for him. Mark bought his Scottsdale home in 2021, the golden era. Back then, if you had 4 walls and functioning plumbing, you could make money on Airbnb. People were booking anything and everything because travel was booming and supply was low. By 2024, total 180. Every month, his bookings got more unpredictable. Weekends were decent, but weekdays were empty. Cleaning fees kept going up. Utilities were climbing. Airbnb rolled out new host fees that quietly took a bigger cut of every payout, and guest expectations a whole new level. Early check-in, late checkout, price cuts, more amenities, instant responses, hotel level service, but without paying hotel level prices. He told me, I feel like I have a part-time job I never asked for. And honestly, that's exactly what short-term rentals become for most owners. The real breaking point came when he looked at 6 months of financials and realized he wasn't just breaking even, he was losing money. And not a little, several $100s a month once you added cleaning, restocking, turnover, repairs, and all the Airbnb fees. And he said something so many people feel but are scared to admit. I hate this. I hate the chaos. I hate the guessing. I hate that I don't know what next month's gonna look like. And that's when we started talking about midterm rentals. When I first brought up midterm rentals, he wasn't completely sold. He pictured long-term tenants, year leases, lower rent, more wear and tear. But that's not what midterm rentals are. Midterm is the perfect middle ground. 30 to 90 day stays for people who come to Phoenix because they have to be here. Think travel nurses, corporate relocations, insurance placements, contractors, families between homes. These are stable tenants, predictable and responsible. They treat your home like a home, not a weekend getaway. And the best part, demand in Phoenix is incredibly strong because of our hospitals, tech companies, constant relocations, and year-round work travel. So we built out a plan. Nothing dramatic, nothing messy, nothing expensive. And here's what we changed. 1, we switched his minimum stay to 30 nights. Number 2, updated the listing to highlight the stuff midterm guests care about: workspace, proximity to hospitals, laundry, fast Wi-Fi, quiet neighborhoods. 3, added the home to furnish finders, travel nurse central. Number 4, built a simple rental process: screening, lease, utility cap, monthly rate, cleaning schedule. 5, kept Airbnb live as a funnel, but for 30 plus nights only. Literally within 48 hours, he had his first inquiry from a travel nurse, then a corporate client, then insurance housing. It was like all the noise and unpredictability of Airbnb suddenly evaporated. So let me tell you what his next few months look like, because this is where things get really good. Month 1, fully booked. Month 2, fully booked. Month 3, one tiny turnover gap. Month 4 through 6, 92% average occupancy. But here's the real magic. His net profit increased by around $1,000 a month, even though his gross number was slightly lower than Airbnb. Why? Because all the leaks stopped. No constant cleaning fees, no restocking costs every week, no TPT lodging taxes, no Airbnb eating 15 to 16% of every payout, no last minute issues, no daily messages, no the remote isn't working or where is it emergencies. It was finally predictable. But the thing he loved most wasn't the money, it was the peace. One day he told me, "This finally feels like investing again, not babysitting." And that's the part I want you to feel in your body for a second, because having an investment property should not feel like having a hospitality job. It shouldn't feel like you're constantly on call. It shouldn't feel like you're crossing your fingers every month hoping you get enough bookings to pay your mortgage. You deserve for your investment to feel like an investment. Now, let me say something honestly, because I see this mistake a lot. Midterm rentals are easier, but they are not hands-off. You are still running a business, just a calmer one. You still need a solid screening process, a real lease, a cleaning schedule, someone to handle minor repairs, a clear utility structure, a digital guidebook, a workflow for check-ins and checkouts, communication during the stay, renewal and extension processes. It's not Airbnb level chaos, but it's also not throw it online and forget about it. This is why so many of my owners end up asking me to manage their properties for them. They don't want another job. They don't want more logistics. They don't want to learn another platform. They don't want to deal with maintenance coordination. They want the income, not the headaches. And look, you can self-manage if that's what you want. I even offer consulting for people who want to run it themselves, but need help setting it up the right way. But most owners try it for a month or two and say, yeah, no, I don't want to juggle all of this. And that's where I step in, because when someone who does this every single day handles your systems, your bookings, your tenants, your screenings, your turnovers, your utilities, your everything, your investment becomes so much easier. If your Airbnb numbers aren't adding up anymore, even if your home is beautiful, please hear me out. It's not you, it's the model. The Phoenix Airbnb market shifted. The margins tightened. Demand spread out. Competition is higher. Supply is massive. Fees increased. You're not bad at hosting. You're not doing it wrong. The game simply changed. And when the game changes, smart investors adapt. That's exactly what Mark did. And now he has a stable property that pays him without exhausting him. Your home can do that too. The biggest thing I want you to take away is this. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to sell. You don't have to wait for the market to magically shift. You don't have to burn out. You don't have to be everything at once. There is a better way to use the asset you already own. And if you want help making the switch, or want to know if midterm rentals make sense for your property, reach out. Send me a text. Ask your questions. Let's figure out what your numbers look like and whether this strategy fits your home. Sometimes the entire business shifts with one small decision.